Alright, hello, welcome to my stream. I probably should have started this up first. But I am going to try and attempt to teach you how to beat the knight. I'm not the best player, but I have beaten the knight quite a few times. Also, apparently this fight is really hard, which I could definitely agree with. So, first up, you want to get the Shadow Mantle. If you got the Shadow Mantle, congrats. That's gonna be really handy for this fight. Next up, you want to fight the other secret bosses. If you didn't fight them, you don't need to fight them. It just makes it a lot easier. For your armor, for Chris, you want to have the Bounce Blade, Twin Ribbon, and Tenatai. You get the Tenatai as a gold reward in the machine, where you could gamble away your points. These are all good items because Twin Ribbon is a lot of defense. You want Chris to have some defense, quite a bit of defense. Tenatai is also pretty handy because it has really high defense. For Susie, it does not matter what weapon you put on her. You want to put the Shadow Mantle on her because you're using her the most. There's 3 different items you could use for her. Either the Deal Maker, the Devil's Knife, or if you have the Devil's Knife, you want to put that on. If you don't have the Devil's Knife, use Deal Maker. If you don't have Deal Maker, use Jebal's Tail. If you don't have Jebal's Tail either, just use a Royal Pin. If you don't have that, then use the best thing you have next. So in this case, I put Deal Maker on her. Next up for Rousey, you want to have Dainty Scarf because it increases healing. Either Jebal's Tail or a Deal Maker for extra magic. And then whatever you need here. In this case, I am putting Royal Pin, but you could probably put Blue Pin or Blue Ribbon. It just is risky. Well, it heals more. Rousey is going to be taking the most damage in this fight, which in turn means it's probably better to not lower his defense. For items, you want a lot of revivements because the knight swoons swoons Susie and Rousey, which knocks them down a lot of HP. You're gonna need to revive items. Revive mints or revive dust. Revive mints are, in my opinion, better because they heal to max HP, and revive dust can just mean they die next turn unless you heal them. Next up, Spin Cakes. Spin Cake, Executive Buffet, and Club Sandwiches. Those are all some pretty good items because they all heal the party. Spin Cake obviously being the best. Executive Buffet you get as a gold reward, so really good as well. Club Sandwich is a lot easier to get access to than Executive Buffet or Spin Cake. You should already have Spin Cake, but if you don't, that's fine. Club Sandwiches are pretty good. They're the weakest out of the 3 options though. Next up, you want to have some good healing items. For example, TV Dinner, Deluxe Dinner, Light Candy, because you want to heal them if they get too low. Well, if Susie or Rousey get too low, you most likely want to heal them with one of these. And then so I also recommend you beat this chapter before you fight the secret boss. Because if you beat the chapter first, that means whenever you get to the secret boss fight, whenever you get to the secret boss fight, whenever you get to the knight, that basically means that the knight is gonna, if you die to the knight, it resets, it lets you do the fight again. But only if you beat only if you beat chapter 3 at least once. It only takes like an extra 5 minutes to beat the chapter, so I recommend you go beat chapter 5. Oh, sorry, that's not out yet. I recommend you beat chapter 3 before you do the knight, because it makes it a lot quicker. Because you could just rematch the knight instead of going through his cutscene all over again. So first, let's just go wait through. Well, as you can see, this cutscene takes quite a while. So you definitely want to be able to just restart from the fight rather than just have to go back to your save point over and over. Alright, so there's one main thing you need to know about this fight, which is that Susie is your main damage dealer. You need to use Rude Buster a lot, which is why you want Devil's Knife, because Devil's Knife boosts up her Rude Buster. If you don't have Devil's Knife, you of course don't need it, but it does help out a lot. For turn 1, I recommend using Hold Breath to speed yourself up, then just defending with Susie and Rousey. For this attack, you go all the way to the side, so that it's easier to dodge these attacks. And for before those things blow up, the shine light that shows where they're going to attack, where the projectile is coming out. You want to use Rude Buster. If you there's a timing that makes it deal more damage too. For this attack, what you want to do is what you want to do is you want to try and go slower, because the diagonal attacks are pretty easy, and so are. Well, the diagonal attacks are pretty easy, because you have to be moving in any direction besides diagonally to dodge them. But the ups and, the sides, the 4 cardinal directions are the harder ones, because you have to move in the opposite direction. If it's coming down or up, go left or right, and vice versa. It's not actually that hard of an attack. It's just that if your reactions are slow, it can be tough. But they are coming only one at a time. This attack, what I recommend doing is just going to one side and staying to that side. I recommend being near the middle on that one side too, because that also means that you have more time to dodge. For this one, go all the way to the side and look to the other side of the screen, so you can see where the openings are, so you can attempt to get there before it gets to you. The dodging at the end is kind of hard sometimes, especially because your hitbox you can still get hit, but relatively it's fine. Keep using Rude Buster, because for this attack what you want to do is you want to try and get as far away from this as possible. Which, it targets you, so you want to, as soon as you're targeted, you instantly want to go far away, so there's more room to dodge. Of course, still try and dodge it, but in general, it makes it easier to dodge. For this attack, do the same thing I told you before. While sometimes the projectiles won't hit you, because they'll just phase straight through you. Don't count on that, because I don't fully understand how that works, but it doesn't always work. I'm going to do Rude Buster again, but this time I'm going to use Heal Prayer. Do not use items as much as you can. You should save items, especially at the beginning of the fight, because the later attacks are going to get harder. So you should mainly just be using Heal Prayer at the beginning. Now this one's the same as the previous attack, but whenever you see it changes direction, you instantly gotta change your direction to the other side, which can be hard to do, and especially since the attack is actually pretty tough. In this case, I'm going to use Heal Prayer on Susie again. This one is a bit intense as well. What you want to do is you want to stay more near the middle. If it goes, the pattern goes sort of in a circle, so if you get that circle down, that attack's actually pretty easy, a lot easier than the other version, like a lot easier. But yeah, that attack only appears once, though, as far as I'm aware. This one is just that other attack, but way more intense. And when I say way more intense, I mean way more intense. In this case, you want to Revivement Susie, and then Heal Prayer Rousey. Oh, I got hit, so I'm dumb. Basically the same thing I said before, but do it better than me. I did not do it very good this attempt. In this case, we are going to use a TV dinner on Chris. So it's this attack again, but it isn't the same attack, so watch out. First up, you can only see 2 lights. This attack is kind of intense. You gotta bait the You gotta try and bait them because they all home in on where you previously were. Which means you can technically bait them. It's just kind of hard. Everyone's at sort of lowish HP, so I'm gonna use a club sandwich. Club sandwich is my lowest full team healing item. I am doing horribly this run, but I usually do better. The diagonals are the hardest one to dodge, so don't feel bad if you're having a tough time in this fight, by the way, because this fight is really tough. I'm gonna heal prayer on Susie. That attack, once again, is really intense. If you can do it, congrats. If you can't, you tried your best. That attack is just really intense, so don't feel bad if you get hit or lose during that attack. It's this attack again, which is still, in my opinion, one of the, really hard attack. It gets easier as you learn the pattern, as you learn how to do that attack. I really need to be attacking the knight a bit more, but we're almost there anyway, so it doesn't matter much. I'm gonna heal up Susie. It's this attack again. Same as before, except, you know, this time you want to go near the you want to go near the middle. That also boosts up your TP quite a lot. Now you can Root Buster and you can heal prayer. Well, now I can heal prayer. So, is this attack again, same as before. It is, I don't blame you if you get confused and screw up that attack, because that attack is kind of hard to do. Now, see how the knight's glowing? That basically means what you want to do is you want to defend with these two. Then if Rousey's still alive, which hopefully they are, you want to have everyone alive. If no, because the thing is, this is the final attack. If all your characters die, you've lost. So you want to make sure you have all your characters alive and at relatively max HP. It's not needed, but it could be handy. So for this first part, you want to spin around in a circle. You want to be close to the knight during this part because it lets you speed up. For this part, you want to be more to the side, like right here, so you have room to dodge, but you're also far enough away that the crystals hit you less. And just like that, if you've gone this far, congrats. Because now any hit at all will kill the knight. And just like that, you've won. And your reward for winning, we'll see in a second after the fight's over. And if you've done with this, well, you've won the fight. You've beaten the secret boss. And there's your reward. That's your reward for beating the secret boss. Technically, as far as I'm aware right now, you don't technically need to beat the knight, but it is handy to beat the knight. You won't have many revive items after this fight for obvious reasons, because most of your revives are going to be gone. You might be short on some of your better items too, like Spin Cake, and you might be missing a lot of items after this fight, which is fair. But you do want to do this fight because it does give you some. It gives you a Shadow Crystal and a special new weapon. This cutscene takes a minute, though. My recording is still going. That's good. And then, 1 second, the cutscene's almost over. Then, because you beat this fight, you get this, the Shadow Crystal, and the Black Shard. That item is probably going to be important. So first up, you have a shadow crystal, which is important because you know that you need them for later on. Then next up, you get a really good weapon, which is let me go back to the first sword we have, the wooden sword. If you have the wooden sword, which is the first weapon, it's plus 16 attack, which is a lot. It brings you all the way up to 30 attack, which is really good. And it also hurts dark element enemies a lot more, which is stuff like the Knight, the Titan. Well, the Knight in this chapter. You can't, of course, you can't actually use it during that because you know you have to beat the Knight to get his weapon. But I'm assuming it works on the Knight. It also works on the Titan and the Titan spawn. To make it, it's a pretty good weapon. Apparently, this could also be equipped to Noelle, but Noelle, we can't use Noelle in this chapter. And just like that, you won. Congrats. Oh yeah, there's special dialogue from these two. I won't. So if you've done all that, congrats. You have successfully beaten the Knight. Real quickly, I'm just going to add to my wooden counter. I should probably include my other ones too, shouldn't I? So here's all my wins. So I've died to the Knight a lot, but I've also won against the Knight a lot. These are my wins. I've won this fight 6 different times. I've lost the fight a lot, but hopefully you can beat the Knight as well. Congrats. Congrats if you beat the Knight, by the way. So, if you want me to do more semi-decent, if you want me to do more guides, which are probably not going to be that good, but I'll try my best, then like and subscribe, and I'll try and help out more. 1 second. If you want more guides on stuff, I'll try and record more guides. You want more, like maybe I'll try and do guides for the other secret boss. For fighting the other 2 secret bosses, 3 secret bosses. But yeah, if you beat the Knight, good job, and I wish you the best luck. Please like and subscribe for more.